Hello, my name is Erica, and I'm the Dyslexic Trekkie. I should start doing a series called Sick Trek, and it's just all the videos I had to do while I was sick. So I caught COVID. I'm okay. Think I got it at work. I had something planned for today, and it was going to require not a lot, but some research that I just don't have the energy to do. Instead, I am going to do a bit of a think piece, if you will. I want to do something fun. I don't feel good, so I want to do something a little bit more entertaining, to me at least. So I watched Star Trek Prodigy. It's adorable. I love it. I have one very specific thing I want to talk about. But before I do, for those who might not have watched the show, I want to do a little recap. I saw somebody describe it as kids in Star Wars run away to join Star Trek. And it's actually pretty accurate. You have a group of kids who are being held essentially as slaves on a mining planet to collect ore to raise money to find a ship. They don't know that part. And through a series of interesting events, the main character, who will become essentially the captain, finds the ship, collects the kids, kidnaps their enslaver, known as the Diviner, and they try to go to Starfleet because they realize that's the ship they found. So that's pretty much what you need to know about the show. They do eventually get to the Federation, and I might talk about that in a future video because, knowing me, I'll get sick again. But there's one character specifically I want to talk about, and his name is Murf. He is absolutely adorable. He starts off as kind of a gelatinous slug that has no arms or legs. They take him along, and he's treated kind of like a little pet. They never forget him. They always make sure he gets the chance to be a part of things. But they can't talk to him. He doesn't have language. And eventually, he starts to feel a little sick. Another part of the show is it was broken up into two parts. During the hiatus between the first and the second half of the season, Murf starts to feel a little sick. His caregiver, known as Rock, who's sort of his mom, even though she's a little kid herself, is trying to take care of him, and he starts to turn into a crystalla. That's how the half season ends, and it starts with, among the other hijinks that happen, he hatches from his little crystalla, and he goes from a little slug to something with arms and legs, and we still aren't quite sure what. I saw somebody joke that he has to grow into Chakotay, like this is like a regeneration of Chakotay, which is probably wrong, but absolutely adorable. I love it. Thing is, he still doesn't have language. He understands what's going on around him, and actually, because he's essentially indestructible, becomes their security officer, though he still can't talk. And that's actually what I want to talk about. What's going on with Murf? Why is he still nonverbal? But he still seems to understand what's going on around him, and in fact contributes to it quite frequently. Well, here's my theory. When the series starts, Murf is a baby, but because we don't know what species he comes from, they don't understand that. Who knows how long the species babyhood is? It could be like Baby Yoda, who's essentially 50. Then he hatches into his second state. He has the limbs, and I think this would be the equivalent of a nymph. If you understand insect anatomy, there are 3 stages that are relevant here. There's the larval, the nymph, and adult. And I think we are at the nymph stage of whatever Murf is going to end up being. Why does this matter? Well, I think Murf is basically a toddler. He hasn't learned language skills. He seems to be able to mimic things because we see him at one point in the holodeck singing, though I think that he has a recording that he's lip syncing, but he has the capacity to do that. However, he can't vocalize ideas. How is this relevant? Well, at the end of the series, the kids do actually make it to Starfleet. They try to enter the academy. They are going to be given the opportunity to join Starfleet during their next enrollment period. essentially. Until then, they're ensigns in training, a little like what Wesley Crusher was. And that's kind of fair. They literally run a starship. But what does this have to do with Murf? Well, he is now an ensign in training. Nonverbal, clearly understands what's going on to a degree, but I'm pretty sure they're about to enroll a toddler into Starfleet, which I'm kind of all for, because we're assuming that means he's at the same developmental level as a human toddler would be. So, does he have the capacity to be in Starfleet? I have a feeling they're going to find out he's going to be pushing it. But who knows what he's going to be. I think in the next season, either at the end or the beginning, he's going to go through another chrysalis stage. And he's going to come out more developed. Whether that's his final development or he'll then be a kid, we'll have to see. But yeah, my theory, Murf is a toddler. Thank you for watching. If you like this subject, please like, share, and subscribe. If you have any thoughts, feelings, or ideas on this subject, please share in the comments below. Again, my name is Erica, and I'm the Dyslexic Trekkie. I have my ensign here. He's been very quiet, Ray. Hey, Ray, Ensign Bradbury, behave yourself. Oh, yeah, I was about to ask if you had anything to say. I need your help here. You want to talk to your people? They'd love to hear from you.